What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James, talking to you about some crypto news. Voyager, in the last sort of 4 or 5 hours, have filed for bankruptcy. Um, yeah, this is a big one. So we're going to get into this. Before I do it, the spreadsheet, these are the first 26 coins that I spoke about on the channel. If you had invested $100 into each of these when I release videos about them and you're still holding that crypto, you'd be in profit for around 8.5K. But if you had cashed out at the top of the market on all those coins, you'd be in profit for 123,000. That's the difference between cashing out in a bull cycle and a bear cycle. Stagger cash outs in a bull cycle, folks, if you think it's going to continue going up. But now we're in a bear cycle. It is the best time to invest. It doesn't matter if it's the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, whatever it is. Bear cycles and recessions always bring back significant returns on investment. And smart investors always invest more heavily during the bear cycles. But it's a scary thing to do. People get freaked out. They're like, it can go lower, it can go lower. And people don't end up doing it. But if you want to see the coins I'm buying up, you can come check out Copy My Crypto. Go to the site, see the success stories. I've been buying up a couple coins recently. Planning on buying more and dollar cost averaging into the market more and more and more throughout this bear cycle. And if you want to see the coins that I think can do the 20x's, the 40x's, the 50x's, the 100x's, just click the link in the description and check it out. Right. Voyager. So, market cap of 60 million now. Massive fall from grace, really. When you bear in mind at one point Voyager this past year was at like $7. And basically, this is a Celsius equivalent, right? It's you go on, you put your crypto on there, you get some interest, build your wealth, as it were, earn your 12% APR, APY with your digital assets. But, FTC insured on up to 250K. So USD is held by our banking partner. So you can cash out. So the cash you hold with Voyager is protected, apparently. However, Voyager Digital files for bankruptcy protection as crypto crisis deepens. The lender has more than 100,000 creditors and billions of dollars in liabilities. So Voyager filed for bankruptcy, for US bankruptcy protection. The Toronto listed broker and lender filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy late on Tuesday night in federal court in New York after suffering losses of more than $650 million on a loan to 3 Arrows Capital, a failed venture capital firm. So the collapse of Voyager came less than a week after it suspended trading and prevented customers from withdrawing funds. Remember, they said insured for 250K per person. So 3 Arrows was obviously known for its aggressive bets that crypto prices would rise and had borrowed heavily from industry players. And you do that during a bull cycles. Like, that is common. I've done that in the past where you can borrow because it allows you to not have, because you can collateralize your crypto to do it. But if you're doing it at the top of the market, you get wrecked, and that's what's happened with 3 Arrows. So, yeah, severely underwater as the prices of all their big holdings collapsed. So prices of leading cryptos have tumbled about 70% from their peak last year. The company fell into bankruptcy in spite of a rescue loan last month from Alameda Research, the trading firm controlled by Sam Bankman-Fried. Voyager had drawn down the maximum $75 million permitted in a single 30-day period, making Alameda its largest unsecured creditor. Voyager's collapse will be more widely felt since the company had a large customer base among do-it-yourself crypto investors. At the end of March, its liabilities amounted to $5.7 billion. The Chapter 11 petition seeks to provide Voyager with protection from legal claims while it pursues a restructuring. So the company said in the filing that it has more than 100,000 creditors and liabilities of between $1 billion and $10 billion. It owes nearly $1 million to Google, with the rest of its largest unsecured creditors being customers. And Voyager have said that it had 110 million of cash and owned crypto assets on hand, plus 1.3 billion in crypto assets on its platform. So this is subject to court approval, but it hopes to repay customers with a combination of crypto assets, proceeds from 3Arrow's bankruptcy, shares in the company when it re-emerges from insolvency, and Voyager tokens. The company said it also holds $350 million of customers' cash in US dollar deposits in an omnibus account at Metropolitan Commercial Bank. Clients would be paid back after a reconciliation and fraud prevention process. So this is a rough one because fundamentally people are obviously can't access what they want. It's the same. It's the same as what's happening with Celsius. So Metropolitan said that the Voyager customer funds it held are protected by US federal deposit insurance for up to $250K per depositor for each account ownership category. So the account does not hold crypto or any other asset. Voyager said in the past that the FDIC would reimburse US dollar funds in the event of the company's failure. So this chief executive of Voyager said in the wake of the filing that we strongly believe in the future of the industry, but the prolonged volatility in the crypto markets and the default of 3Arrow's capital require us to take this decisive action. And the downturn has obviously also struck Celsius, which froze customer withdrawals, and BlockFi, which also lent money to 3Arrows and secured a rescue loan from FTX. So the gulf deepens and the problems deepen within the market. Something to be aware of, and fundamentally, guys, something to be aware of in the next time we're in a bull cycle, because there will be companies that emerge offering positive yields, and you've got to be aware of this and remember this, because what's happened with Celsius, what's happened with Voyager, just because this has happened once, this will happen again. There'll be other companies that appear that do the same thing in 3 or 4 years. So don't get stuck holding your crypto without effectively giving control of your crypto over to someone, because this has now fallen from effectively 2 billion market cap down to 60 million. It's a massive, massive, massive collapse. And maybe their restructuring works, maybe that they come back from insolvency, maybe they are in a better position in a year's time or so. But right now, I would be avoiding all of these as much as possible. In fact, I've said it before, but even on centralized exchanges, don't hold too much on them, because during a bear cycle, a lot of exchanges, and it's happened before, block withdrawals for a little bit while they sort out their liquidity. And if you need that to hand for any particular reason, having it in a MetaMask or having it on a ledger or a Trezor is the most sensible way. But yeah, the difficulties worsen, and I'm sure Celsius are going to be in a similar position very, very soon if they've not already started investigating this. They're probably going to be pulling the trigger on it fairly soon, I would imagine. So yeah, so guys, don't hold on BlockFi, don't hold on any of these lending platforms, because you're not in control of your crypto, and you do need to be in control of your crypto. It's definitely worth bearing in mind for the future. That's it from me, guys. Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you don't have anything locked in Voyager. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you know when new content is coming out. And guys, if you want to see the coins that I'm buying up right now in this bear cycle, the ones that are going to be, I think, some of the biggest gainers in the market next year, then come check out Copy My Crypto. I swear I share everything I'm doing. Right now, the bear cycle, like I've said before, and I continue to say, is the best time to invest. You don't have to throw all your money in at once. You can dollar cost average in. Getting on to quality crypto projects that are continuing development, continuing building during the bear cycle is key. So if you want to see those, the ones that I believe have that potential for huge gains, just click the link in the description and check it out. That's it for me. Take it easy. Bye-bye.